Hi, I'm Jeff.
I'm Sarah.
This is a video recap for our third lesson
In the June Lindy Hop
Beginner Series.
Yes, we finished each other's sentences.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So this class, we started out with a lot of swing out cleanup. We gave you lots of tips, lots of cleanup, and you guys were looking fantastic by the end. So we're going to just recap some of the comments that we made to you guys. Okay? First of all, we talked about default linearity to this movement. There's a lot of ways that we can, a lot of things we can check to make sure we're creating a linear movement. First of all, there's a line, leads, we send the follow straight down the line. Follows, that means you better come straight down the line. So that means stretch, and then straight down that line. Okay? We don't want to see the swinging out, like the walking around each other. Next, leads. Leads, when you catch the follow, instead of catching the follow at a fixed distance and moving around, remember we had that notion of stretch that we started talking about last week. So that stretch happens, stretch away, and then stretch back in down that line. So that creates a very linear feel, as opposed to if the arm is at a fixed length, so we can hear fixed length and release. I hope you can see in the video how rotational that is relative to when we stretch away and bring back down the line.
Yes. And on that same theme, we started talking about follows, thinking about falling into their lead a little bit, which is just one of our metaphors for trying to help you sort of grasp this concept.
And at the end of the day, the goal at counts 3 and 4 is to establish an away feeling, an away stretch that we can use to come back in towards each other. Often, when I was dancing with many of the follows in the class, when there was a lot of rotational motion, instead of feeling the connection on the palm of my hand, creating an away feeling, there was a push on the side of my arm because of that rotational feel. So remember that that's one way we can detect whether we've got a rotational momentum as opposed to linear.
Yes. And part of the reason that you're getting that is because you're thinking about going around. And rather than sort of anticipating your next move, you need to be thinking about what's happening right now. So stopping with your lead, facing your lead, and moving through the movement with him.
Other comments, moving on from the linearity, we talked about being efficient with the movements. So we kept it small, right? We don't take these really big steps, although that's sometimes fun. What we want to do is we want to be efficient in our default, because the music gets somewhat fast in swing dancing for Lindy Hop, and we want to be able to dance to it. So keep things crisp, small, let's shoot, get it, ooh, shoot, get it, ooh. And it helps to be in our athletic posture for that as well. Other things about efficiency?
One thing that I forgot to mention to you follows, except for individually, is to try and keep your knees bent. Same thing with leads. You want that's the athletic posture. If you don't want to think about posture, think about bending your knees a little bit.
Great. And then we talked about how to control where we travel with the swing out. So our default swing out should more or less stay in the same place and shouldn't necessarily move us to some corner of the dance hall. Okay? So the things we were thinking about is after we have this stretch, we have equal and opposite movement. Stretch, contract, triple step. So we pretty much stayed, we rotated around this central point. We moved equal and opposite away from it and towards it, our partner. And then again, 5, 6, 7, 8. So leads, make sure you triple back on your 7 and 8. Okay? So that's something to strive for. So at home, if you're practicing, take your hand, find a spot on the floor, see if you can rotate around it by count 4, and then get back to that starting place again by count 8.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Okay, so I think that's it for the swing out technique. Oh, one extra thing. A lot of follows we're doing with stepping with the 6. behind
Yes.
what I mentioned?
We talked about how you're sort of crossing, I'm sorry, they were crossing in front of themselves.
Yes. 1,
So
2,
you're kind of getting locked up in this
and
turn a
4,
little bit, but
5,
you just need to remember
6.
you are going back. So allow your right foot to untangle. So I step back with that foot so that I can get back to where I want to be.
Excellent. Now I think that's it. I think
Yes.
that's it for comments. So yeah, keep working on your swing outs. Seriously, by the end, it was looking great. But then we gave you guys a couple, new set of directions with the original rhythm that we turned into a turn. Do you want to say something about the turn activity?
It was just the exercise that we were doing to kind of lead you into a new move. And so we started like this. We'll do it slow.
2, 3, and 4. A 5,
Rock,
6,
step,
7, and 8. A 1, 2, a 3, and 4.
Step and rock, step, trip, step. And that's something that you can practice at home. It's good for your ability to turn, doing a triple step. It's good for your movement in general, just being comfortable. So I would definitely practice that. We also did another exercise, which was called falling off the log. And so you start with the right.
Whoa! 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 Oh, whoa! Oh, whoa!
And just one note for if you're practicing that movement, you kind of want to think about falling off a log. You do want to allow yourself to have some space here. It's not just a kick, and then you end up, it's a falling off the log feeling. Oh. So, practice those.
And then we put both of those into our open connection. Okay? So in place, like after having just done a swing out, we're right here. So maybe if we stand like this, you can see the first one with the turns. We both used the technique. We were just using a 5, 6, 7, 8, a 1, 2, a 3, and 4. Oh, sorry, the wrong one. Wrong one. A 5, 6, 7, 8, a 1, 2, a 3, and 4. A 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. Okay. So we start off with that side rotational rock step, triple step, and then turn, triple step. So that exercise will help you do these movements.
And you can practice that at home. I don't see why you can go this way, triple step, and turn, triple step.
Definitely. And so from there, we had you guys practice that a little bit. We can put that in between a swing out. So we'll maybe put that in context for you guys. So swing out first, a 1, 2, a 3, and 4, a 5, 6, 7, and 8, a 1, 2, a 3, and 4, a 5, 6, 7, and 8, a 1, 2. And then you can do whatever afterwards, a swing out. From close or basic, whatever. We didn't have time to have you practice, but we showed it to you. We can put that falling off the log into the connection as well. So like right after a swing out. So we do a swing out, a 1, 2, a 3, and 4, a 5, 6, 7, 8, a 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, a 5, 6, and 8, a 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. And so again, both movements are led. Leads, remember, we take that really nice clear side step for the turn. For the falling off the log, we do something similar where we change our posture. We make a really clear kick, step, 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 okay? And that should be clear through that connection.
And that's where you work on your ability to pay attention and follow your partner. He's going this way rather than back, or I'm gonna kick too. Or maybe you don't want to kick, you can do something else at that moment, but that was a variation that we gave you so that you could pay attention to visual following and feeling your lead.
Great. And so next time we're going to keep working on some of these fun variations to the swing out. We'll also make sure we clean up a little bit more through swing out. And we're also going to do swivels, yes? So ladies, make sure you bring slippery enough shoes for the pendulum.
But tie. I don't want them slipping off your feet.
Okay. That's it. Great job, guys.
Yeah.